Slumafia is yet another collab project this year by Yelawolf and the producer DJ Paul. Yes, it has been three projects that Yelawolf has dropped this year. Already three projects, and it's barely April. This man really wants a spot on my list at the end of the year for my best albums of 2021, it seems. Just kidding, nobody gives a fuck about this channel. All jokes aside, I personally believe that this is the best project that Yelawolf has dropped so far this year. Earlier this year, Yelawolf did that collab with Caskey, the Yelawolf Black Sheep album. That one was, in my opinion, a very decent start to what seems to be the grind that Yelawolf is trying to do for this entire year. And then after that, we got the Turquoise Tornado album with Riff Raff, and if you ask me, I personally would like to just forget that album ever fucking existed. I know what you guys are thinking. G-Vents, please tell us about the Turquoise Tornado album. We have to hear your opinion about it. Trust me, y'all do not want to hear it. It was going to be fucking like maybe 15 minutes of me just complaining and talking shit. And, you know, to be honest, I just didn't have anything positive to say about that project besides the fact that Yelawolf was the only reason why I even heard it in the first place. You know, I just decided that it really wasn't worth making a video on that album because I had zero positive things to say about it. You know, I know that I should talk about every album that I listen to regardless if I liked it or not, but you know, there are certain albums where I just don't want to spend the time to do it, you know, especially if I have nothing positive to say about it. You know, I don't think I'm going to accomplish anything there. And plus, it saves me the big headache and just the one or two comments I'm gonna get of people who really like Riff Raff and just telling me a million ways of why I should kill myself for not liking that particular album. However, if you all are really that curious about what I had to say about the Turquoise Tornado album, please by any means go ahead and follow me on Instagram down below if you haven't already, and check out my review for Turquoise Tornado. There, Instagram is going to be the only place you'll see a review about that album. Yeah, please go check it out and leave me your hate comments in the comment sections or in my DMs on Instagram of why my review on Turquoise Tornado was very stupid and why I'm just a whiny little bitch. I love it. However, jokes aside, I gotta say that this little small EP is something that every Yelawolf fan has been waiting for, myself included. Like, I've been waiting for this man to bring out shit like this. It seems for the past few years that we've gotten this new and improved Yelawolf, which I personally didn't mind. You know, I fairly did enjoy the new artist that Yelawolf has developed for himself, especially when over the past few years he's dropped three of my favorite albums in hip-hop and just three of my favorite albums that he's made in general, you know, including the Trial by Fire album. You know, that is a very unique and beautiful project. And then there was the third installment to the Trunk Music series. You know, that one was just crazy as fuck in general. And then there's my absolute favorite, the Love Story album, which took up a lot of my time when I was in high school. You know, like, I played that album on repeat, and I still do because it is just like one of my favorite albums that he's made, in my opinion. However, it seems that this year alone, especially at the start of it, we have been witnessing Yelawolf going back to his old ways, and this project in particular, I think, was the key that he needed to finally bring back that signature style that a lot of people fell in love with when he first started out. This project sees the return of the very dark and gritty Yelawolf that has no filter, the one that doesn't give a fuck, and you know, the one that just pretty much gives us the definition of the dirty South. Like, you know, it's the Yelawolf that can like just go 0 to 100 real fucking quick. Like, you know, he definitely just surprised me with this like old school comeback, in my opinion. Yelawolf brings back that violent tone that we all know and love, you know, the kind of violent tone that we heard back in one of the original Trunk Music albums. I'm talking about, you know, songs like Pop the Trunk and Daddy's Lambo and, you know, Get the Fuck Up. You know, just that Yelawolf, you know, the Yelawolf that had no filter, the one that didn't give a fuck, the one that showed that he is definitely the one to mess with. The one that gave out all these threats and shit. The one that seemed very, very intimidating. Like, yeah, he's this skinny white boy from Alabama, I believe, but I'm pretty sure if you come face to face with this motherfucker, he will like fuck you up if you say the wrong things. He's definitely one of those dudes. I think what I like most about what Yelawolf did in this project is that not only did he bring back the old school signature style that made me fall in love with his music in the first place, but he still kept a little bit of that modern Yelawolf, the one that has been so lyrical, the one that's been working on his fast flow, the one that has been proven just every day and every year that he is a really dope lyricist, a very underestimated lyricist, one of the most underrated, if not the most underrated, white rapper that we have right now. A rapper that most people don't really talk about. He just really once again has come to show why he is a force to be reckoned with, and why he is very underestimated. Like, he may be underestimated, but this man can fucking rap. I really don't have much to say about Yelawolf anymore. You all at this point know how I feel about him and why I feel that he is the most underrated, definitely one of the most underrated, and why he is a very underestimated rapper. How I think it's not fair, but at the same time, I do appreciate that, he comes back and proves just every year that he is one of the best, white rappers out here, and why he deserves all the recognition and respect that a lot of other artists seem to be getting as well. And for the most part, the production value on this whole project is pretty impressive thanks to the talent of DJ Paul himself. DJ Paul delivers a very, very old school rap style production, the kind of shit that you would hear like maybe in the late 90s, maybe a little bit of an early 2000 vibe to it, and it does kind of have like a modern twist to it. Just a little bit of it, he does give the production value a little taste of some like South trap vibes, like the type of shit that Juicy J makes. But besides that, it is pretty old school. It's the kind of production value that is very simple. Although it's very simple, it's very satisfying and very fun to listen to. Because it's very incredible how just simple sounds of turntables and whatnot can make a project sound really good. And I think it really does work well with the overall tone that Yelawolf was trying to do for this whole project, and kind of what he was trying to achieve back with his collaboration with Caskey earlier this year. And when it comes to a Yelawolf album, the guest list on here isn't like that special in my opinion, but it is still very impressive as it just includes a lot of underrated rappers, a bunch of people I haven't heard of at all, as they all pretty much just give the world a taste of the Dirty South. Once again trying to put the Dirty South on the map for hip hop. I know that for a lot of you, it's really hard to think about the South as a place where hip hop is alive and well, but honestly, I think this album in particular is a prime example of what really good like Dirty South rap music looks and sounds like, especially on the title track on the album. Yelawolf just brings these 5 incredible artists to have this deadly wrestling match. They all go hard. They all just once again give you a taste of really good Dirty South rap music. My personal favorite artists in this song were the rappers Gangsta Boo and Seed of Six. These two just went fucking hard. And it just really impressed me how good these two artists were. However, my favorite track on the album, the one that caught my attention, was the final track entitled Headbanger. It includes a feature with yet another impressive female rapper. Her name is Pretty Shy. I highly recommend y'all go listen to her. She is really great. But it also has a comeback collaboration with Caskey, the person that was collabing on the Yelawolf Black Sheep album. I think, in my opinion, that Caskey did redeem himself in this particular song. It's a very like gray and hardcore, like a mosh pit inspired song. I think Caskey definitely went hard. I would say he went even harder than Yelawolf. I do want to like say sorry for kind of being a bit hard on him when I talked about the Yelawolf Black Sheep album. I know a lot of people didn't really like what I had to say about him on that project, and it's not that I was being rude. It's not that I was being mean and saying that Caskey is trash. I even said in the video that I hope he gets signed to Slumerican because I would love to see what he can do in that record label. I think that he had a lot of potential in that project, and he is like a little like part of why I did enjoy that project. But at the same time, me being a Yelawolf fan, I felt that Yelawolf was outshining Caskey because I have a lot of respect for Yelawolf, and he has just proven over time how much of a great rapper he is. Not saying that Caskey isn't a great rapper at all. I thought he was very impressive, but that was just how I initially felt on that project. But I'm glad to see that Caskey did show the potential that he can truly have. Like the potential to be a fucking like force to be reckoned with. And I think at this point I am willing to hear a solo project by Caskey if he ever wants to drop one. So yeah, I definitely do want to give a quick shout out to Caskey because he went hard on this song. I will say that my one complaint about this album is that although the production value is very fun and satisfying to listen to, I do think that the production value can sometimes be a little bit, forgettable and repetitive in some songs. Is the reason why 2 songs on this album in particular I didn't like. Those 2 songs were Still the Man and Don't Need a Cup. Those songs just sounded way too generic. They just really like didn't give me like a pizzazz. Like it just really like didn't like catch my attention as much as every other song on here. But besides those 2 tracks, I do gotta say that this project is really enjoyable. It's very satisfying and fun to listen to, and it is a project that you will definitely find yourself coming back to listen to over and over again. It's old school, like classic dark a Yelawolf that I think anyone is going to enjoy, because like this man gives 0 fucks. He can be very funny, but he is a very impressive and just very talented rapper in general. Like it's the old school style that got him famous, and I think a lot of you will see why once you hear this project. I would say to wait and see what Yelawolf has in store for us next year, because the rule is that when an artist drops 3 albums in 1 year, that's their limit until they drop another project in next year or in the next 2 years. But it seems that Yelawolf is definitely not done yet, and that's the best part. I don't know if he is just going to collab with a lot of different people, but either way, I am here for it. I am excited to see what he does. So until we see what else he comes out with, I personally think that this is his best album so far this year. Maybe he'll drop another one that'll outdo this one. I highly doubt it, but until then, we'll just see what happens. And I am going to give this project an 8 out of 10. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed my review, what did you guys think about this album? Have you heard it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What are your favorite tracks? What are your least favorite tracks? Please let me know in the comment sections down below. I would love to hear your opinions about this project. And with that being said, don't forget to like, subscribe, click that button below, all that good stuff. And don't forget to stay happy.
It's like I'm living a dream, not tired to reach. I've been cooking like Walter and Jesse Pink. It's exhausting trying to be a prodigy, past deviate.